I don't care what Jeff and I are doing. If our rhythm section isn't there, doesn't matter what we do on top of it, it's going to fall apart. Mm-hmm. And kudos to you guys, man. It's made it just so much easier for me to jump back in.
If you want a beer, just get one.
Welcome to Room 6, a channel dedicated to the local Las Vegas music scene and the people that make it, including me. I'm Joshua, and today, happy to be joined by the Jeff Carlson Band. Say hi, guys.
What's up?
What's happening?
Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Corey K, bass.
JC, Jeff Carlson, lead vocals, rhythm guitar.
Mike Bentling, drums.
Robbie Wolf, lead guitar and backing vocals.
Cool. Thanks for coming, by the way.
Hey, man, thank you.
No worries. You know what? Let's make it official.
Cheers,
clink,
gentlemen.
Clink,
Clink, clink, clink, clink.
It's apple,
There we go.
It's apple juice, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and this is dirty milk. Mm. Nummy num num.
So I want to know.
Unpasteurized.
Right? How long have you guys been the Jeff Carlson Band? I know that you three were in a band kind of earlier on, a different name, but when did it become the Jeff Carlson Band?
Last year, I got a record deal with Potomac Records out of Washington, D.C. Brett Michaels' drummer, Brett Michaels' band, is a solo band. His drummer, Mike Bailey, owns a label, and he signed me to his label, and basically I moved back to Vegas last year, and the stars lined up, and here we are, man. It's
Yeah, it's been a year, I think.
Yeah.
I think we got together in October.
Yeah.
Right on.
When Corey called me.
Right.
He said, hey.
Now, were you four doing something under a different name at some point?
Me and Mike were in a band at the time, playing together, and this is when this came up.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jeff and I we had recorded that first ballad, and then we had gone to see them play, and we had played with Corey in the past, and we were just kind of going, okay, let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
I've known Jeff and Robbie for 20-something years.
Yeah.
And they came to a gig, and Jeff was moving back here, and I was really happy for him that he took our songs that we wrote a long time ago and, got interest and got a deal with him. And
You never know.
And our band was falling apart and at the time, and I grabbed Mike because we play really well together. So
Yeah, we rocked it really well.
I've got the greatest rhythm section on the planet.
The chemistry, even in the first rehearsal, the chemistry was
Exactly.
the chemistry was amazing first rehearsal, and we're just like,
because I'm not in the band.
yeah, and it's been great. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. There's no lack of creativity. Like I said, been a brotherhood that's been really amazing. It's been a great, for me, it's been a great experience.
Which is why our EP that we just put out is called Second Chances. That's
a good name.
Yeah.
Second chance, yeah.
By the way, link for that will be in the doobly-doo downstairs. Yeah. When is the big worldwide tour?
Man, people
Talk to this guy.
You know what?
You're up. Another band that's been on the show called So Stoked came out. They kept promising, like, it's coming out. It's coming. Finally, they named their album coming out next month.
That's awesome, actually.
That's awesome.
It took you how many months to do? But how long have you each been doing music?
Our whole lives.
Oh, wow.
I know, but where was that point of just like, I want to try this. I want to try to make music. Was it
My point was when I saw Bon Jovi on the 7,800 Degrees Fahrenheit tour open for Rat, and I went, that's the guy I want to be right there.
That's cool.
Yeah, mine was high school, actually.
Right on.
And I just there was a guitar player that was just he was phenomenal. And I actually started out in guitar and switched over to bass because nobody plays bass.
Yeah, if you're a bass player, you were never
always got a
looking
job. Always
for
have a
a job. Yeah.
Yeah, and Corey looks great, so that's a bonus right there.
Yes.
I didn't bring any money yet.
Damn.
I like you too. With
Did you pay him for that?
right?
Well, I can tell you one thing. What happened
So what happened was
with me, MTV was just coming out. Quiet Riot just hit their Come On, Feel the Noise.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like Frankie Benali when he, I don't know, that whole thing.
God love you, Frankie. We're so sorry you've got pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, man.
Oh wow,
we're there for you, man.
that sucks.
But yeah, that was it for me. That was like, okay, that's what I want to do.
For those of you under
Done it ever
30,
since.
MTV used to have music videos.
Good.
Like
Now they have
constantly,
propaganda.
24 hours a day.
They made bands
they
careers.
have, yeah, we won't go down what they have now. But anyway,
Right.
Yeah.
how about you? What was the light bulb music moment there?
You know, I actually started playing guitar at 9.
Right on.
And then I saw some videos of like old Kiss and Zeppelin, and it was all over.
Robbie Page.
I remember I was 14 and I begged my parents for a Les Paul.
Nice.
You saw Kiss on the Dynasty tour.
Yeah, I did. I was a little kid, and I went, I want a black Les Paul like that.
Like
Shit, I want a black Les Paul like that.
Yeah, now I have several black Les Pauls like that. But I just saw it, and I just said, that's what I want to do.
Mhm.
I love blues guitars, guitar playing. I still love old vintage gear. Matter of fact, I picked up, a friend of mine gave me an old Echoplex, which I'm having an old Maestro Echoplex, exactly like Jimmy Page's. I'm having it.
How
You
cool.
guys don't even know this yet.
I was going to say, I
haven't even told you guys.
tell.
It actually belonged to Jimmy Page.
Yeah, we
didn't it?
think that it actually.
Oh snap!
There's rumors that it actually belonged to Jimmy Page. I went to get it to work about a week ago, and I could get all the electronics to work except for the tape delay of it, because I've had it for a while just sitting on my floor of my closet. So I opened it up. I couldn't get the tape mechanism to work, but I looked at the last time it was serviced, and it was right around the time that John Bonham died, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And it was. I got Jeff on the phone. It was almost surreal, and I don't know. I really don't know, but it's just cool to have an old vintage one, and
Wouldn't it be cool if Jimmy Page saw this podcast and said,
"That's
"Hey,
mine.
man,
I want it
I
back."
saw this thing and
like,
blah, blah, blah."
no.
Yeah.
Mr. Page, if you're watching, first of all, I apologize for any butchering we do of the English language. Second of all,
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
yes.
But anyway, I do play a theremin in some of the songs, and so I thought, well, shoot, there was a certain sound that it had, and a lot of it had to do with that Echoplex, and just to have that, and like I said, I'm getting it repaired, so it's be back in about a week. And we're trying to, like, what we've done with a lot of our sound is we've kept the integrity of all of our influences, and just updated it
And made it our own.
and then bringing back some of the old vintage things, like the theremin, like the Echoplex,
Right.
a lot of the old stuff. It's been really fun.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, experimentation wise with that stuff has been just so much fun for me.
You didn't happen to bring the theremin today, did you?
No.
Man,
And it's funny that you said that, because the theremin I use, my guitar tech was doing some research, and he goes, here's what Page actually used. So yeah, I'm buying, and I found an old vintage one that I'm actually going to buy tonight. And
nice.
And I want to stay true to that sound, really, because those guys, a lot of our influences, those guys really, really set the standard. And a lot of that stuff's been forgotten about. People have heard it, they've seen it, but they've never seen it done now.
Right.
And so, even with our backing vocals, we've kept the integrity of really singing backing vocals. All four of us sing, and it's hard work, but it's been fun to just bring a huge backing vocal sound to bands and stuff, and like I said, and pull the theremin, do a lot of these old school tricks that are just been forgotten about. It's been fun,
Right on.
at least for me.
Well, I'm deeply jealous. Okay, so we basically kind of talked about your early musical influences already. That's kind of what got you into the music game. What about current influences? What are you listening to right now when you're not working on your own music? What gets you? What do we listen to when you're like, I want to?
Well, okay. Well, for me, it's being a bass player. I'm a classic rock guy. I listen to everything from Led Zeppelin and just stuff that just moves me on bass and helps me practice better. When I'm practicing at home, I got my headphones on. It's just I've had a lot of people say, I want to learn how to play bass. Bass looks easy. Like, oh, how do I play bass? Bass is not easy. No. But I always tell them, I'm like, go put on some old funk records or all
Parliament,
those bands,
Tower of Power, all that stuff. Dude,
Stuff's killer.
The baseline driven songs.
Yeah.
Well, even
just
Journey's got great bass lines.
Yeah, just like classic rock. I just like Fleetwood Mac and Led Zeppelin. I mean, those guys like Eagles. I mean,
Fleetwood Mac's. Wow.
I mean, just if you want to learn how to play bass, do that. That's what I listen to right now. Currently, I'm really into Seether. I like Seether a lot.
Right on.
Yeah, just classic rock for me. I love it. I listen to like 80s pop music. One of my favorite bass players is John Taylor from Duran Duran. He's just the best, one of the best I've ever
Rick
heard.
Savage.
No.
No. All right. How about you, Jeff?
Well, my influences, obviously the heavy hitters of the 80s and 70s, like Steve
It's
Perry.
Poison all day.
No. Brett's cool, but not really. Anyway.
Think about the record label.
No, Brett's a great guy. No, but I like Steve Perry. He's one of my huge influences.
Chloe likes it too.
I like. I used to like.
My mother.
Let's see.
Say hi to the in-laws.
Hold on, I got this.
Hello.
nice Saber.
Believe it or not, Jeff Keith from Tesla is one of my heroes. I love his voice. I mean, speaking of which, I'm getting ready to play a show with Frank Hannon. He's a buddy of mine, and we're doing a set of Tesla songs next weekend, which will be fun. But I like Corey said, I like a lot of the classic rock. Styx, they're one of my heroes. Tommy Shaw, wow, what a voice!
Right.
That's as far as like new influences. Red Sun Rising is one of my favorite new bands. They are them and Rival Sons both are really good.
Right on. I've always really liked Triumph.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, yeah.
When it comes to
Rick
vocals,
Emmett?
when it comes
Oh
to
my
vocals
God.
that I'll never like
Great bass
be able to
player.
hit.
Yeah, nobody can. He can't even do it.
I remember being in like college, and my roommate at the time said, "Have you ever heard of a band called Triumph?" I was like, no, because at that time, I mean, I was just kind of I came to music late, like college late, really caring about it and paying attention. So I was like Queensryche. This is 80s, 90s. 90s, and I was like Queensryche, Metallica, and a lot of that stuff. And he mentioned Triumph, and he put him on, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to sing like that. But
You remember the first song you heard?
now that you asked that, it's gone. I was just thinking about it when he was talking. Oh, God damn it! No!
Yeah.
I can.
Quick, name some Triumph tunes.
Mine was Magic Power. Right?
Mine too.
No. Yeah, Magic Power.
Magic Power's
Lay it on the line.
Yeah.
So
I saw
it's a great
Triumph
band.
at Santa Monica Civic, 9th row, right in front of Rick Emmett.
Nice.
And I was like,
Did he sweat on you?
I don't know. I'm a
What's
short
wrong with
guy. It
being
kind of went over my head.
sexy.
Wow. All right. So moving. Oh, sorry. Current musical influence. What are you listening to right now?
Oh, I listen to. It's funny you mentioned that. Rival Sons. I love those guys.
Yeah.
They have a heavy Zeppelin influence, and I listen to Dream Theater. I still listen to old Iron Maiden, but current stuff right now, I'm not into too many bands these days. It seems like a lot of bands are getting away from actually playing their instruments, and they're doing other things.
Programming.
Yes.
Right. Or they're locked into a formula of 2 verse stanzas.
6 a.m.
solo.
is actually really cool.
Yeah.
6 a.m.
Yeah, 6 a.m. is killer.
6 a.m.
I'd have to
So-
agree. Yeah.
Say hi to my daughter. Hi, Llama.
Hi, daughter.
Hi, daughter.
Hello.
So, but yeah, they're locked into the formula of two lyric verses, bridge, solo,
Bridge.
final,
Yeah.
chorus.
Yep.
I don't mind. Like there are songs that it fits repeating and fading out, or just repeating and then a big finish. But if you do it every song, come on.
Well, we always went by the adage of "Don't bore us, get to the chorus."
Well, that's what happened to
What is that
80s
cover?
metal. '80s metal.
Right.
It became a formula that every
Right.
record label did.
Mhm.
Everybody followed it. So then they became just like the boy bands of the '90s. It became manufactured hair bands.
Pretty much. It was. Oh, hey, that works. Let's
That works. Yeah, let's just
copy and paste.
Let's just exactly.
One band that I'm gonna bore faithful viewers because it seems like every interview I talk about this band, but just when I think, okay, this is what they do, they twist it. Foo Fighters.
Great band.
Oh,
they're a
God.
good band, yeah.
And it's not
That
just
drummer's
Dave.
badass.
It's not just Dave Taylor. Yeah,
Taylor's a motherfucker.
Yeah. I made the mistake when
And I mean that in a good way.
I tried to jump into drumming. I made the mistake of trying to drum to Foo Fighters. And now I'm in drum lessons with my drummer, actually, Sean Flume, who teaches drums and piano and guitar, and he's really, really
Very
patient.
cool.
For you, man.
He teaches my daughter as well.
Very cool.
And I'm learning, yeah, I was doing it all wrong. I was doing what I thought I heard, not what I should have been playing. And that just goes to show you, you're never too old to relearn or to learn something new. Okay, we're going to get to that.
Fun fact.
Yep.
Neil Peart actually took lessons in his 50s, I think.
Wow.
Randy Rhoads took lessons on the road with Ozzy from classical teachers.
Neil Peart,
That explains a lot,
and,
actually.
and,
His
and
style
some-
changed.
somebody can Google this, but
Who taught Neil Peart?
at
that age?
I believe he was self-taught. And then he went and took lessons to learn the correct way to play drums.
Can you imagine, though? At that point, he was already famous. He was already Neil
I think
Peart.
it was in the 90s.
And being that drum teacher, you're just like,
Google it.
I had heard that too.
yeah, I can't imagine being that drum teacher, though. Like, really? Are you serious?
You want me to teach you?
That's
how
like
to play
Randy
drums?
Rhoads. He said,
But yeah,
I was just drumming to your stuff.
he said Randy knew more than the actual teachers that he sought out.
Right, but
And they were like, he humored them. You know what I mean? Sure.
yeah, but here's the thing.
But you
It's
never
like
know. You never
there's a right way and a wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you, me playing drums, there are certain
Right.
things that I play that I think, sometimes when I'm playing double bass, I lead with my left foot. Some people do. Some people lead with their right foot. I should lead with my right foot because I'm right-handed. But
See, that feels natural to me. But then again, you're coming off the hi-hat.
I was going to say anything.
but I've watched numerous videos, and some drummers lead with their left, some lead with their right,
Yeah.
and I tend to do either or, and it gives me a mind
No,
fuck.
I haven't
every once
messed.
in a while,
Yeah,
so-
no, I haven't actually. Really? Okay, fine. Would you let her out, please?
Alrighty
Let her
then.
out.
My diva dog wants out. Oh, there you go. Bye. Yeesh. So, it also, I think, depends on what's coming after the double drum.
Mhm.
So,
Well, just for the record, I mean,
We have no songs in double bass.
these guys are so solid. Honestly, when we play live and stuff, I don't even have to look at them because
That's the best when you can just.
I know
Yep.
they're going to be right there, and that's a compliment to you guys.
Thanks.
I can do what I do, and I know they're going to be right there, right on time, and in the pocket,
Yep.
and to the click.
To me, that is the best.
And
As a
to me,
singer, too.
Every
just-
single time.
And you know what? And for me, because there's a lot of things that I play outside of the box, but I know I can because they're going to be there. And that to me, the rhythm section, I don't care what Jeff and I are doing. If our rhythm section isn't there, doesn't matter what we do on top of it, it's going to fall apart.
Mhm.
And kudos to you guys, man. It's made it just so much easier for me to jump back in.
If you want a beer, just get one.
Like,
I was going to say,
you don't have to kiss in the ass here. Just get a love
No,
fest on Route 6.
No, but seriously, I mean, it makes all the difference in the world, man. It's
Right.
awesome, man.
Well, here's the thing: we don't medicate ourselves before a show.
Nope.
And
Yeah.
that's a huge part of it.
Except the show.
Except for this show, yeah, exactly.
I wasn't
But
going to
that's
say
just
anything.
that's just how it's. Before a show, it's like okay, we go. Just like anything else, just like before a test or anything, you okay. Here's a set list. This is what we're going to do. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then stay focused, and then after the show, then we
Right.
have some fun. And because people don't want to go see a bunch of idiots up on stage. They
They
want
don't
to see a show.
They don't want to see dead-eyed, and they don't want to see sloppy. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
They want to see someone who
They
entertains
want,
them.
yeah, exactly. They want entertainment.
Yeah.
Whenever I perform now, it's like I get a drink to support the venue, but also to have something to do when the band's doing their jazz stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I nurse it. It's like,
Sure,
I think
sure.
so, hey, but that's the plan. Is I'm going to schmooze the crowd, and I get to do that. I'm excited to see. But when I was, even just the 3-piece band, and I'm the guitar and the front man, it would be very rare for me to actually do a shot or anything. Hey, thanks a lot. I'll do it at break,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
or something, or save it for the last set because you just, I don't know, but you probably have had that same experience where there was a time where the band's getting bought shots and drinks, and you realize I just played 3 songs and I don't remember doing them.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah,
And
and I remember
I
playing.
think everybody here is guilty of that.
I look at the set list and
Yeah.
I'm like, what's next? Wait, crap.
I'm blonde, so
I
can't
hope I
remember
did good.
anything.
I hope I did good.
We
All
try
right.
not to do that.
Let's see here. We still have to hear about your current musical influences, right? What are you listening to now?
He doesn't know anybody current.
No, it's funny.
Can I let me introduce you to a couple of CDs I put out. Anyway,
I mean, obviously, I love the old Zeppelin stuff. I love UFO, Thin Lizzy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a
Yeah,
huge-
the audience is going to go, who?
I
but
know.
is there anybody in the last 5 years that you're listening to that you're like they get it? They're trying
Daughtry.
to bring.
Yeah,
Daughtry. What happened to you,
great.
Sean? I miss Daughtry.
Chris is a badass.
Can I say
dude.
Sean? I meant Chris. Sorry. I
Chris Daughtry.
Yeah,
Just
Daughtry
saved
came
your
out.
buddy. He'll thank me later.
Daughtry came out. I've got that CD.
First was the best one, but
Yeah, I've got his first CD. It was just Daughtry, right? Just named Daughtry.
yeah, a lot of those songs were written by Chad Kroeger.
I was going to say.
Still, his delivery and his
Nickelback,
phrasing.
Nickelback, yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
back
he's
to you.
great.
I mean, this may not be necessarily the last 5 years, but I liked Veins of Jenna a lot. I don't know
Okay.
if you guys are,
I have not, which is why I like to show.
I thought, even though I thought the rawness of Murder Dolls was kind of cool because it was very goth and it was just raw. The production, especially on the first CD, was just dry and raw. It was in your face, a little vulgar for what I liked, but I just thought it was kind of cool because it wasn't. You didn't hear all that Antares auto-tune. You didn't hear all the drum. You heard guys actually playing.
Mhm.
And I liked that. I liked the fact that it was raw.
There's another band they're not new, but they've just done a new release called the Pretty Maids. They're badass, dude.
Right
They're
on.
really good.
I agree with you that unfortunately a lot of the new stuff you're listening to and going like you're not even trying to bring back some of the old stuff. You're just playing safe music, or you're playing.
I like stuff that was creative. As a guitar player, I'm not a virtuoso in terms of shredding player. I really like melody,
Right.
but I like stuff that's got an attack to it.
Yeah.
It's got to have an attack. It's got to have a vibe. I love Gary Moore.
Yeah. Gary Moore,
John
Brian
Sykes.
John
Brian
Sykes.
May.
I've got that squirrely John Sykes vibrato. Yet
You are squirrely, right?
yeah, I
You are a squirrely John Sykes.
totally. Like I said, I play out of the pocket. I'm squirrely. These guys keep me
Nice.
We keep you grounded.
That's
Yes. Me too.
right. I remember in the studio, rein them in. Sorry, man. I heard that in the
You think
headphones.
that's
Don't
bad?
think I didn't.
I've got a song on my second CD where I put down 7 guitar tracks, and I was like, "Let me hear them all at once. Let's keep them."
Hey,
Literally.
works.
Because every single one I was like, all right, I'll try this. All right, let's try that patch.
Yeah.
Try this. Okay. And it just worked out. It was one of those kind of, not psychedelic, but it was definitely like you hear it all together and you're like, it works. But I couldn't obviously duplicate that. Even if I had 6 other guitar players,
Right.
I don't even remember. Like I couldn't show you what I did.
Well, together, me and Robbie make a hell of a guy.
Right on.
He's definitely more of a solid rhythm player than I am. That is true. Though I can play to a click.
I can do this.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Moving on. It's time for that most hated of questions. How do you define your musical style? Elevator pitch time.
You're killing me.
How do you define a musical?
I would
How do you
say
define your musical style as a
music,
band?
Oh,
music that we write that came from our influences, which obviously were 80s,
Right.
but 70s, and classic rock meets a lot of the bands in the 80s updated.
Okay.
That's how I would.
So if you were going to take our band basically and make it a drink, you would have.
Wow.
It's called the Screaming Inside drink.
Speaking of that,
You'd have some
Rick
Zeppelin in
St.
there.
John, we love you.
Yep.
This is for you.
We'd have some Zeppelin in there. We'd have some Journey in there. We'd have some Tesla in there. We would have some
A little bit of Y&T.
Y&T, yep.
A little bit of Def
One of my
Leppard.
favorite drummers, Leonard Hayes, rest in peace.
Before or after the arm?
Before.
Okay.
So it would probably be a 5-layer
Sorry.
drink, kind of different things.
Nice.
Be more than
And
that.
then just stir it all up.
Yeah, man.
Stir it all up, yep.
With
Don't let it
with
go
a
like
ton
a
of
mud
that.
slide.
I know what you did over there with
With a ton
the
of
White
section.
Russian, right?
What? Oh, I just
Put everything in there and stir it
the
all
way I
up.
do it is I do the vodka first, and then the Kahlua, and then the milk stirs it all up. Because I don't need a layered White Russian. I don't need vodka floating on the top. Thank you. I want to taste the mixed drink.
There you go.
Nice. Okay.
Yes.
I just want
Bartenders.
I just wanted to clarify that. Just saying.
It's all good. No, I use the bass as the mixer.
Eh?
And the rhythm,
Eh?
There we go.
the rhythm is the bass, and the bass is the treble.
right.
So anyway, kapow! Zinga. So now
I feel like I'm on a game show
you should.
with a card.
How do you think I
That's
feel?
great.
I'm always worried about losing. So
I got it.
Can I buy a vowel?
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
You have to spin.
It's his show,
you have to
Robbie.
spin the pomegranate first. Anyway,
That's awesome.
so
Right off the tree.
whoa,
Up the back.
whoa, pomegranate down. So
Can you smoke it?
bong it up then.
Pipe it a
Smoking a pancake. So now you haven't been.
They're pleasing you.
You've been pretty much just focusing on studio right now, right? Working on this record.
Actually, what we're doing right now, for those of you that don't know out there, I'm doing a show with Frank Hannon next weekend from Tesla, doing a set of Tesla songs. I'm coming back, and then we're going to start really working hard on our new CD. Probably it won't be out until the first of next year because we want to do it right and really take our time and do some great things.
Better question: have you done a show as the Jeff Carlson Band?
Oh, we've done several. We've done 7 shows, actually.
Okay, because well, from the sounds of it, it was like, hey, record deal, let's get together. And then I thought maybe you just
No,
were like working on stuff all this time.
No, we played. Our first show was with Lita Ford at the Whiskey A Go Go in May.
Nice.
On a Friday, the 17th. 18th, we came back here, played Counts Vamped with Phil X from Bon Jovi.
Mm-hmm.
Next show, we played with.
How do you remember this, man?
Next show, we played
It's on
with.
his Facebook.
It's because I make all the set lists.
We did the whiskey.
Sorry, I'm the blonde
we did
guy.
the
With
whiskey
Firehouse.
Yeah.
Firehouse was the third show on the 6th of July. Then we came back and played with Faster Pussycat and Bang Tango at Counts Vamped. 4th show. 5th show, we played the House of Blues August 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
6th show, we played with Jack Brussels Great White at the Whiskey A Go Go August 27th. And then we played our last show October 5th at the House of Blues in the B-Side Lounge.
Right on. What was it like, the Firehouse show? Because that's a different band than everything else you listed.
Firehouse?
Wait,
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
what band am I thinking of from the 90s? Lifehouse. Never mind. Never mind.
We're gonna
Wrong
edit and
band.
cut that out.
No,
I'm like, really?
No. I was
don't
like,
think so.
because I was sitting here going Lifehouse, and I'm like,
I
that's,
know.
Security,
That crowd-
can you
that
throw
crowd
this
must have-
guy out?
that was a different crowd, man. All right, forget I said it. Sorry.
We would have.
It's live.
We would have been great with that band, Fire or Lifehouse.
Yes,
They're a good band.
but it is a totally different.
It is.
Their fan base is different than yours.
Mhm.
Moving on. What is your favorite show memory as a band?
The time we played House of Blues.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Mhm.
Greatest show we ever did. All 4 of us.
I mean, any place that has 2 sound people communicating at once.
Amen.
No, it was
That's
packed.
not always true. The whiskey.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you know,
I'm
when we
rephrased, yeah. I
I'll,
haven't
t-
played
I'll
the
tell you,
Whiskey.
it was really wild. When I was staging the theremin off to the side, I'm watching the floor fill up. I'm like, wow, I go back and we go to change. I go, dude, the floor's filled up. When the curtain opened, and not only is the floor packed, but the whole
It was sold out.
it was sold out.
Right on.
Yeah, I mean, I went.
Yeah,
It was like
sold
one of
out.
those come to Jesus moments.
You
Praise
had-
God.
That was the Rockstar checklist. Ching!
I mean,
Yeah.
1,200 people over there?
Yep.
it was
There was over 1,500 people.
Oh, 50.
Yeah.
50.
I had a couple Rockstar
it was
checklist moments
really
at that place.
amazing.
Yep.
And not only was it, it's like it's almost like for me, my adrenaline just calmed down, and we just played, and we were we were totally on that night. It was one of those surreal moments where the whole crowd was in. When I busted into the theremin, the crowd went nuts.
Oh, yeah.
And that was actually the first time that I actually brought the theremin and played out live.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That was,
anything different, they're going to be like, yeah.
It was really cool, but wow. I mean, I was totally blown away. I didn't expect that type of support.
Yep. I have one or two little rock star checklist moments from the one time I played House of Blues. And one of them was this kid was up front. It's just like watching the whole time. And again, I'm the only guitarist in the band. And when we're done, I go to you're coiling and stuff. And he goes, "Hey, can I have your pick?" Yeah. And it was like an Incubus pick or something. It was some other band's pick. But I was like, sure, man. I'm looking at him. Come to find out, the very next band
Sure, you
did the
can.
same thing.
Here's mine.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, here's mine too.
Oh, thanks. Wow.
There you go.
Thanks,
I didn't bring
Yeah,
mine,
no
sorry.
problem, brother.
He's got his picture on his freaking pick.
Hey, you asked, man.
I did. But it was one of those moments you're like, oh, cool. And then come to find out, I had the band that played after us on a couple weeks ago, or a month ago, and the guy's like, oh, he did the same thing to me. I'm like, forget it.
Yeah.
Give up.
But
I'll tell you a pick moment. So,
There you go.
oh no, he's pointing at Corey.
this guy,
Oh no.
He's the king of.
this guy must have fingers of steel because
You know what?
buddy of
You are
mine-
absolutely right.
a buddy of mine is sitting at a table at the House of Blues.
Okay.
Am I?
Way over here on
Yes,
the
you are.
stage.
Leon.
Wait, so
Yeah.
okay, House of Blues, it's got the big kind of pit, and then you've got the tables up there.
The table's up there.
You flicked one all the way up there?
Here's what he did. And yeah, it's a buddy of mine that came to see a show. He and his wife and their friends, they're sitting at a table, and he flicks a pick, and it winds up in his beer on
my
the table.
God.
And he goes, "Hey, dude," we got off stage. He goes, "Here's your bass player's pick." I was like, "What?"
Making
And
me
he's like, "Yeah, it landed in my beer." I'm sitting there watching. All of a sudden, I see something go. Poof.
I didn't even win a stuffed animal.
Okay,
or
you can
nothing.
poke someone's
I know.
eye.
Worst gig ever. Over
Does that
that.
deserve a toast? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I don't have the
Yeah.
drink.
Well,
Oh, dear.
come on. All right, hurry up.
Here you go.
There we go. We're in.
We don't do half measures on room 6. The Jeff Evans band.
Wow, that's impressive, dude.
I'm going to hang with this guy more often.
Wow. That's the real shit.
I had that thing where you're like, no problem, and then the second one hits.
Oh, yeah.
With that second gulp, yeah, gulp.
Go. Scoo.
Hey, Jeff.
Zoinks.
Make this guy a white Russian.
Poof. I'm a white Russian.
Leon's not here, dude.
No, I don't want another white Russian. Not after bourbon. Thank you.
It's not my gig.
Just trying to help you out, brother.
I appreciate you, but no. Instead, what I'll do, just a minute.
Don't you take that.
Vamp for me, vamp.
Vamp.
There we go.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
I've got another.
Hello, my ragtime gal.
That's right. He's got another. Hey, whip.
He's got some backup now.
Oh no.
Hello there.
For those of you,
Hello,
for
nurse.
those of you watching from the Whiskey Tribe, we have a man down.
Oh, dead soldier right there.
Yes. I belong to a Facebook group called Whiskey Tribe.
For the record, it doesn't go back in the cooler.
For the record, get another beer, Mikey. Hello out there to Mitchell Sperling.
But when you have a man down, the song to play is It's Raining Men. Hallelujah.
Well, we're having fun
All right.
now.
So, anybody not say their favorite show memory?
Show memory. That was my favorite show memory.
Was what? Which one?
For this
House of Blues?
particular lineup,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely that one
It's
takes the
certainly
cake.
up there on mine. Do you have a different one, or is it flicking the pig?
Well, I guess
the
we have
four
to
of
stay
us.
within the band with the four of us.
Tell you
Yeah,
something.
four of us.
Yeah.
Because with,
Yeah,
your,
no,
with your
that House of
combined
Blues
musical
show,
history, we don't have time.
No, we don't have time.
I don't
Yeah.
have enough, storage to go down all of it.
Right?
All right, so from favorite show memory, let's talk favorite venue. Is it House of Blues?
No, you know what? I gotta say it's Vamped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say
I
Vamp
would-
too.
I would, yeah.
I gotta say Vamped only because of the
The
people.
staff.
Yes,
the Cokers.
Absolutely.
The Cokers. Yes,
Danny.
thank you.
What I was
Danny and Corey.
Corey, thank you.
What I was going to say was that Vamped, service-wise, look and taking care of
Great.
yes, awesome. sound-wise and venue-wise, I think House of Blues trumps them, though.
Yeah,
but not.
Yeah, but you know what, though?
venue.
I had this
But
conversation.
honestly, if Vamped is packed, it's amazing.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, yeah, we played
Yes.
with Fast
But I will say this:
It was awesome.
both venues.
Yep.
Not only is their house sound guy good, but their monitor guys really take the time to not only do what you need as an artist, but really listen and watch you. I mean,
Yeah, they're on top of their game.
as an artist,
We love
that's
Brian,
what you
man.
need. I mean,
Brian Farrell.
God,
Yeah.
so many shows we've played that not just in this band, but in general, where the monitor guys really don't. You can't hear.
No, it's like
and they
set
don't
it and
care.
forget it. Set it,
Yeah,
forget
and
it.
and they walk away from the mixing
Well,
boards
especially
like
in casinos, especially in
Mhm.
casinos, because what they're
I've
up
seen
against.
some of those people at bar. They'll,
Yeah.
they'll set it. No, it's like there's a monitor guy at the bar. It's like,
Yeah.
I can't
Right.
hear myself. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is it, father-in-law? We're back. Clink! I love Blues Breaks.
nice.
can't wait for someone to eat that apple.
The Jeff Clink.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
No, that's a cooking apple.
Oh, okay.
That is the yellow.
Wow.
I'm married.
Hold your tongue and say that.
I'm married.
Apple.
Well, that was the death.
we're having fun now.
Yeah, right. So, from favorite venue, let's talk dream show. Is there a dream show for the Jeff Carlson band that you're like, one day we're going to do that? Whether it's on a particular tour with an artist or somebody you want to
Headline Madison Square Garden. Period.
Yeah,
I knew you were gonna say that.
in the round.
Damn, nah, man. Just
See,
I want to do it like Elvis did in '72.
I don't really want people to see how beat up my.
We'll do 4
Marshall
shows:
yeah.
a matinee show, an evening show,
You don't want them to see
a
the little
matinee
lamp
show,
behind
and an
us.
evening show. Boom.
All right, on. Actually, they're the first band in 23 interviews that has said Madison Square Garden. And everyone else is like, oh, we want to do this tour, or we want to play with
wait.
this dead artist, or whatever.
Wait, let me backtrack real quick.
Okay.
MGM Grand,
That's more
the
reasonable.
arena,
Yeah.
because when I used to work there,
Mhm.
my bosses would ask me, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And I go, "Right across the street, playing the Grand Garden Arena." So someday that
I'll
would be
tell
cool.
you know what? Have you seen anything in the New Orleans in the Orleans arena?
Yes.
Yes.
I saw Whitesnake there once. They were great.
I performed on that stage at my college graduation. I sang. I for whatever reason they had a contest to say, "Hey, you want to sing this
Yeah.
Star Spangled National Anthem?"
That's cool.
Tough gig, man.
I recorded
That's
it.
a tough song.
Mm-hmm.
I nailed it.
Nice.
The mayor was there, and she said it's the best version she'd ever heard. I'm like,
Right on.
hey, all right, maybe I'll sing for the city. That never happened. But honestly, I can still remember. I could hear.
Let's give him a key.
Everybody could hear me, and I could hear, and I could see. It really was. I was really impressed with the sound, the crew, and everything that was there. And I was disappointed. I only got to do one song,
Yeah, right.
but that's still right up there with that.
That's cool.
It's not a rock star moment. It's just a personal. Like I had been on a 2-year hiatus from music because of college. Because I was
No, you totally get it.
and I'm like, okay, this would be really cool. I got it. Shit. I better learn the song. I better learn how to really do it.
Yeah.
And then
I hate when that happens.
right in
Me
front
too.
of me, I'm singing the national anthem right in front of me.
You're in that door.
Right in front of me are a
yes.
bunch of freaking servicemen in uniform. And I'm like, oi, I better get this right.
right.
Yeah.
So, yay me.
Yes, you.
So we don't currently have a new show on the next show.
Not right now.
It's cool.
It'll
Welcome.
happen. It'll happen.
All right, well then let's move on to gear. Drummer's always like, I'm going to start with the drummer just because they're usually the worst. How many kits do you have?
Oh man.
How many are in your living room?
I actually have a room dedicated in my house that has nothing but drums.
Ooh, you fancy. Mm.
Yeah.
You sleep on that couch a lot, don't you?
No, that's the reason why I have a drum.
Is that what you
drum
call
room in my house.
Is that what you call the garage?
No, what I did is I actually have an acoustic drum set that has triggers that
Trigger.
has a Roland TD20 module, so I can be blowing my brains out while my wife is watching her goofy Survivor
Wait.
shows.
So
or whatever
it's
it is.
acoustic, but It's acoustic.
Yeah, it's an acoustic drum set.
Oh, but you're okay. When you say
but it has drum triggers.
How? So let me ask you this: did you buy it that way, or you bought the triggers later?
No. Me and a buddy of mine, his name is Animal.
Imagine that.
It was built in his lab, as we call it,
Whoa.
and it's cake pans, a beer koozie,
For the record,
a shower
it's
drain, and a
pronounced
piezo
Igor.
trigger. Mhm.
It's pronounced Igor, not
Igor.
It's fine. Yeah.
Anyway, so
Potty break for Jeff.
what's
Hey, head to that wall and make a
That
U-turn.
way.
Follow your nose.
the cool thing is that I can run this thing through a computer. I can run it through headphones, whatever it is,
Right.
and it only makes about
Yeah.
that much noise.
That's why I want to buy an electric drum set
And,
because my daughter and me can
Sure.
just, put on Foo Fighters or whatever and go to town.
Absolutely. And that's how I practice. Like, I used to play in an Iron Maiden tribute band, and I would fly up to the Bay Area and stuff like that.
Right on.
And they had a drum set up there so all I'd have to do is take my cymbals and I'd go up there and stuff like that. But they would send me set lists. Okay, this is what we're going to play in the next 2 gigs that we play. And it's like, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. This is a 14-minute song. All right, now I got to sit down and learn this.
And with that band especially, people are going to know if you miss something.
One thing.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so that's cool. But anyways, I'm getting off point. That's
what this show is about.
Right. This drum set is basically a D-drum acoustic kit that's been converted all to triggers. My main drum set that I use right now is a Premier resonator from the late 80s.
Okay.
Hand built in England. That's what I use with this band. And I've also got a DW kit. And I have a Yamaha Tour Custom.
Yamaha.
That's mahogany.
Mahogany.
And you don't see those very often either, but that's a really good Zeppelin-y sounding kit. And so yeah, I have, I don't know how many cymbals. I've got all kinds of different cymbals, Sabians, Zildjians, that sort of thing. But all my hardware is DW. You have to.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to, because I'm a big guy. I'm a heavy hitter, and I've broken D-drum pedals. I was actually endorsed I had an endorsement through D-drum at one time. In fact, I went to their factory in Tampa, and I still have a lot of their hardware as far as stands and things like that, but their pedals, a lot of companies' pedals I've broken, and there's nothing like playing a show and having a kick pedal break in half in the middle of a show.
You broke the actual pedal that you put your foot on.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yep.
Damn.
For the record, I'm just now afraid of him.
Yeah.
He just told me that.
But on the plus side, all those cans, just give them to him.
Remember I told you I never looked back? Now I'm scared.
Nah. Oh, you should be. I do that. Picture this. Sicily, 1930. Anyway.
So you were in the Gibson showroom, right?
Before it was the Gibson showroom.
Okay.
It was just, it's a stage. And I'm playing, and we're playing a song, and suddenly a drumstick hits me in the back. You know who you are. And I miss you, buddy. But
that's like your kicks flying across the stage.
Yeah.
No. This is worse because that's right. It was in the back of the leg, and suddenly I'm like, "Keep playing. You're on camera. You're on camera. Keep playing." But as soon as they're like, "Okay, that's all," they don't do the whole song. They phase you out at that particular point. So I'm like, as soon as it was like, "You had one song. We played one song one time. You had to hang out one time, man." But it was that right there was one of those. That's never going to happen to me again. Or just telling him how I got hit in the back of the leg with a drumstick playing on the news. On the news. That was fun.
Wow!
So Corey's going to the bathroom, everybody. So he just regaled us with his drum stories.
You shake it more than 3 times.
You're playing with it.
What gear do you want to go? So what gear do you want to go after now?
Yes, but before you do that, so I was playing on the news. I was telling them I'm playing on the news, and I got hit with a drumstick in the back of the leg, and I just was like, "Don't turn around! Don't turn around! Don't turn around!" But it was Joshua Cartwright band.
Oh wow!
So I did do that at one point, but then we started writing completely different music, and I was like, no, I don't feel right. I'm gonna. It's a different sound because we were just playing my stuff. What is your current gear that you're rocking?
Well, I've got.
Time to bore the non-musicians.
I know, right? I'm talking about amps, guitars, what?
What are you playing right now? Like, if you're playing a show, what do you bring?
I'm playing Gibson 1976 Les Paul Sunburst. It's actually I got two of them actually. I've got a 1960 reissue Jimmy Page Les Paul that I play.
I'm out of here.
Fancy. No. Which one's tuned down?
They're all tuned down.
Okay, that's a good question. What do you generally play in like drop D, or what do you do?
Yeah, what we actually do is we tune a half step down, which is E flat.
Yes, it is.
And then
or D sharp.
Right. D sharp, exactly. And then we tune on our Les Paul, my Les Paul.
Mm-hmm.
I tune down the E or E flat to C sharp, whatever. C sharp, I guess.
Is that for one song or something? Or
no, it's for half the set.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you group those songs together? Or
yes.
Had to go.
Yes.
Had to go.
Hi. Fine.
And then
We've been drinking a lot.
I've got a brand new 19. I've got a brand new Paul Stanley Iceman that's a cracked mirror.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shiny.
Different. Yeah.
Stage lights love that.
There you go. Hey, nobody else is playing them other than him, but
Love you, Paul.
yeah. But I mean,
What it is.
Yep.
it's different.
Yep.
You know, locally, I don't think anybody else is playing them out there.
Well, you know,
And that's tuned to E flat.
right on.
And then we do half a set in that. But I also got my line 6 head. It's actually, believe it or not, it's a cheap ass little Spider 3 head.
Nothing wrong with that.
Dude, it sounds killer through a Marshall
If
cabinet.
it does what you want.
But you got to have the right cabinets with it.
What,
If
you don't have
it
just
sounds
410s?
shit. No, I got Marshall 412s. I use it for.
So those 2 extra inches per speaker makes a difference?
Just like
It does because it gives more punch.
All right. I think it also depends on what are you playing against in terms of your rhythm section.
Well, that's true.
Because if your rhythm,
you?
depending on the music, do you need something that's cutting through all the heavy, or do you need something that's more you're the heavy and they're just there?
It's a tone thing. You dial it by your ear, and Corey loves my tone. So that's all I can say.
I don't like your tone, young man.
I don't care. I'm on the other side of the stage, man.
Doesn't matter what you play.
Well,
Corey likes it. That's all I care about.
That's the nice thing of a 4-piece versus a 3-piece.
Yeah.
The 3-piece, I was always in front. Look at me.
Robbie's
Anyway,
got this $8 million rig.
we haven't gotten to him yet. We just talked drums. And that took
We'll go to Corey first because
all right.
I got a whole list.
In terms of pedals, what do you got?
It's just the line 6 pedal that tunes. And
So you literally, okay, this song I'm number 23 and this song I'm number...
This song I'm A, this song I'm B. Period.
And for me...
Done.
For me, that's not my... I love writing... One of the reasons I called the band The Suspense was that moment where you're like...
Cool name.
Thank you.
Surprised it hasn't been taken. Anything that's common?
There was a band in like Egypt or something that had it, but they were The Suspense Band, and we're just The Suspense.
Well, let me interject real quick. There's a reason I decided to go with my name.
Because you couldn't find one that you liked?
Nobody out... Let me rephrase that. Everybody out there that's semi-common of a name that you might like or think you like is taken.
Pretty much. I honestly, the only reason I went with the Joshua Courtwright Band at the time was we were doing my stuff and nobody had it. But then I looked up The Suspense. I'm like, well, there's a band in like Egypt. They're not going to freaking contest me. They were on MySpace. You know, they haven't. They haven't done a thing.
Is MySpace still a thing anymore?
What is
As a matter
that?
of fact, it is.
Is it really?
Listen to me, I'll tell you a tale.
I want to know, man.
There was a time long ago, a social media thing called MySpace before Facebook came around.
Oh.
Yes.
Hey, everybody's on Instagram now, so whatever.
What is Instagram?
Bro, I hate to tell you, but Instagram's old now.
No, it probably
now
is.
it's Snapchat,
It probably
right?
is,
Or-
yeah.
No,
Whatever.
right.
It's all old. We're all old. We're
Yes.
the ever approaching
I want to
abyss
know.
is calling. What?
Are we all talking like this now, mate?
No.
Oh,
We're all going to talk like Mitch.
Police officer pulls over a guy for driving on the wrong side of the road. He says, sorry, I'm English. He says, you're driving on the wrong side of the road, isn't it?
That's funny.
And I apologize, Jimmy Page, again. So, current gear, what are you rocking?
I play Ampeg, Mesa Boogie Heads, and G&L basses.
Boom.
I always like that. It makes a boogie.
Yeah.
And you've got tone for days.
Oh my
Word.
God, Corey's tone's
Yay.
amazing.
Okay, there's no secret for bass tone. If you want to get on it and get it good, I put distortion on top of bass.
Do you have like the muff pedal or any of that
No,
stuff?
I don't use any
Big muff.
Any pedals at all? Wow. Okay.
I used to have one of those.
No.
That's wrong.
And I
man.
think that's partly the music you're playing. It doesn't require it. Whereas a lot of the newer original rock bands that are coming out, depending on the genre, they're like, well, I want to write a song with this pedal. Now I want to write a song with this pedal.
I've got to have a chorus.
Yeah, I mean, guitars obviously they need the pedals, but bass for me it's like bass. The bass pedals, no, you can't do it just with a simple.
I keep waiting for my bass player in my jazz band who plays an upright bass to be like, I'm going to put a big muff on there just to see. Be like, dude, we're playing Sinatra. Don't.
No, I have a lot of sound guys that come up to me and they compliment me on my tone, and I appreciate it because I work really hard at it.
Right on.
But there's no secret about it. I just put distortion on top of bass. That's all.
Sounds
Not
killer.
a lot
Sounds
of
killer.
distortion, but I put edge on it.
Right.
That's all. That's it.
So you set it and forget it.
Yep.
That's it.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Now, with your
Pretty
Line
much.
6, are you pretty much, you have one sound
I have
for the whole set?
I have literally 2 patches I use.
Okay.
Now,
See, that's okay.
when I tour, when I did a mini tour with Frank Hannon,
Mhm.
I used to play. I had an AB box and I had a 50-watt Marshall that was my balls out
Right.
guitar tone, and then I'd use my.
That's
line
the real
6.
amp, by the
See,
way.
I'd use the line 6 for my
Going back
clean tone.
to Jimmy Page and Brian May, there is something really nice and like when they can sit there and just be like, now I'm going to solo, switch, and they solo, and it's completely different sound, and then I'm going to go back to my rhythm,
They also have a front
and they're
house
not.
guy.
You don't see them step on anything really. I really kind of like that, but at the same time, there's something nice when you're like, okay, I'm playing like Foo Fighters, I'm playing pretty, and boom, here comes the distortion.
Guys like that have techs that have been with them for like 30 years plus.
I didn't.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying guys like
Yeah.
right? So they know exactly what they're going to do.
And they've got guitars lined up like, this is for this song, this is for this
Right,
song. Yeah.
and they know their patches. They don't literally have to do anything. They just play.
Right, because they've earned it, quite frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
all right, current gear for Joe.
in all, our
Spit it
guitar
out,
techs,
boy.
our guitar techs are awesome. Rick St. John,
Yes.
Leon are awesome.
We much love.
Yes.
Leon, you get a
Norm-
stripe taken
Norm-
off. You're not here today.
Normally, yeah. Cheers. You were supposed to be here. You had something else to do. Sorry, brother.
Wait. Is Leon in the band? Or is he
No,
just-
Leon's
no.
the guitar.
Leon is
one
a
of the-
bartender / spiritual leader.
Oh, so he was going to be sitting over there, basically.
Yeah, but
Pretty
getting us
much.
beers while we talk.
Yeah, well,
Leon,
it kind of
you're
fell to
missed,
me.
buddy.
we love you, brother. Like,
So
Love
Jeff
you, man.
Klinkman, you guys make me wish I liked beer. So what are you rocking?
Normally, I play a Marshall 50-watt Mark II that's been hot rodded by Jim Foote,
Okay.
My turn.
and what?
give.
Excuse me. And I AB that with an orange amp.
He's
going to the
bathroom.
I've got orange too, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I've got orange.
Our tones are really, really close, but just enough to keep a.
Are they the
frequency.
same orange amp, or are they different models?
Same orange amp. In his Marshall cabinet, he runs vintage 30s.
Okay.
I run all 25-watt greenbacks, so I have more of a.
Well, mine are greenbacks too, believe it or not.
But yeah, yours are vintage 30s.
But it's a 72.
So,
Right.
do you just use the orange for the crunch?
Well,
I mean,
that's
kind of their
that's
thing.
that's the thing that we used to run. We have that gear set up.
Right.
What ended up happening with me and is I was recording with the Marshall and the orange, and I played through a Kemper when we were recording, and I went, "That's like my tone."
Yeah, pretty much.
And
That's my copyrighted, patented tone.
yeah, I kind of like that. So
You're like a wrestler
a
who,
lot of
that's my
time
move, buddy.
I bought a Kemper. All right, I'm sorry, I'm not doing the Marshall
It's because the reason why, Robbie, is because the Marshall had a really it was a screwed up signal flow.
Well, that was the orange part of it.
Okay.
In terms of when we were recording, we noticed that the Marshall gave us the punch, but the orange, there was a frequency that we didn't really like in terms of it sounded great live. It was really cool, but for what we were doing, it didn't really work.
Under the microscope,
It's one of those things that you don't notice live, but you notice in the studio.
Right. And it wasn't that as a great. It's an amazing tone, but for what we were trying to do, so I ended up switching to a Kemper and running that through the old vintage cabinets. And so the combination seems to work really, really well. And I play old vintage Les Pauls. I play a Black Beauty. I also have 57 Black Beauty. I also play one of the two prototype Les Pauls for Peter Frampton.
Three pickup that I've switched out the pickups to run
Seymour Duncan's, and then I have a yellow and red sunburst glitter. It's the weirdest guitar I've ever seen. It's really cool in an ugly disco kind of way, but it's a glitter Les Paul. It's got the ebony fretboard like the custom, but the standard inlays, and it's
got a hollow body,
and it's partial hollow body. So
I wish you brought that.
Let me just interject real quick. The Les Paul I have to give 110% credit to Rick St. John for giving it to me. It used to be priorly owned by Tracy Guns.
Oh.
And originally it was by Billy Gibbons.
Wow, that's a provenance, man.
Yeah, it is. And
it is.
He actually scratched his name in the headstock.
Billy did. Okay.
Yes.
Of course he did.
1976, Gibson would give out like 10 guitars, and they'd say, okay, pick, and this was his number 6 guitar. I had it.
It's funny because
it's gone.
Yeah, he's
mine.
playing it.
I'm playing it.
You said you had it.
No, I have it.
Yeah,
okay,
and matter of fact,
I will never get rid of it.
The three
I want to
pickup.
thank Rick St. John for that.
Yeah, the 3 pickup Les Paul that I play in a lot of the videos is one of the 2 prototypes made for Peter Frampton, but I've just switched out the pickups.
And we got to give a shout out to Bernie Hamburger, who handles my guitars and Robbie's guitars.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. He used to do George Harrison's guitars, by the way.
The name dropping on this show is amazing.
Yes, we are.
All right. We got everybody's current gear.
Mikey, did you get yours?
Yep. He was first. I go drummer first. I go drummer first because they're gear boys. No, you were here. So
Forgetful.
From current gear, let's talk about dream gear. Is there anything you're lusting after right now? Or you're pretty much happy.
I already have my dream gear.
Yes, you got your Wayne's World moment.
Yeah, I have mine too.
I have my Kemper.
This is the difference between these guys and like a 20-year-old punk band. They're like, I just want a guitar that I own.
Actually, I would like...
It happens. It does happen.
Hold on. You know what you call a musician without a girlfriend? Homeless?
Yeah.
Just saying?
That's old.
Anyway, that's a drummer without a girlfriend.
There's a lot of truth through that.
Right. No.
In my case, absolutely. So, now I wish I could have a Gibson Dub like Frank Tanner plays, man. Those are beautiful. Also, I wish Ovation, if you happen to see this out there, I wish I had a custom Legend like I used to have. That would be a great endorsement.
Yes.
Hint.
I really want a double neck, but
other than that,
a shorter
a
version.
double neck 12 string, like 12 string, 6 string, or
yeah, but I want a shorter version.
He's got to kick the neck back.
3/4 scale, man.
That's true. You'd be playing the thing, it'd be like way out here.
Yeah, I'd be going.
I'd
be reaching for the guitars and go, this is down by my knees,
You
man.
go
This
for
ain't
that
working, man.
That open E is like, nope.
Dude, we play with Frank. I'm going to put his 12-string double neck on you.
You guys are messed up.
It's going to be down at Robbie's knees.
Yeah.
That'll be out here.
I got this riff, man. It's down by my knees.
You're like, I'm the emo band where you're like, what the bass player with it way down there. Thanks, genetics. Any dream gear for you? Or you?
That's right. Actually, I'm getting ready to buy one of the, because I've got pretty much everything I wanted.
Right.
But there's a Ludwig that
Hollywood?
Yeah, the one that we saw down in Hollywood.
Yeah,
And I've
baby.
always
Is
wanted
that the one we saw at Guitar
Yeah.
Center?
got
Oh, that was a nice.
it's basically a Bonham
Guitar Center?
replica.
Yeah.
Out in Hollywood, dude.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait a second.
Hollywood.
If you're going to buy a
Shit out
kit,
there.
I need to buy a new guitar.
Yeah, right. I got a
No, you
match.
Oh, yeah, I do.
No, but it's a 26 by 14 bass drum,
Right.
and it's I think it's a 12 squared tom, 14 or 16 18 floor tom.
Ooh,
And,
that sounds like boom.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Let me tell you something. When Mikey plays, the stage moves.
It brings the
son.
thunder. All right.
So, like I said, I don't look at him. I can feel him.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and it's a,
Yeah, the snare lets me know he's there.
No.
Absolutely.
it's
Speaking of vamped,
Yeah.
the kick. That I remember the
Dude.
first time I was in vamped, it was just like boom. I was like, and they were
Oh,
just
that's
sound
the
checking. The
That's
kick,
the greats. As a bass player,
and, I'm-
that's the
and then the bass
Yes.
hit, and I'm like, geez.
We love
Dude, you
subwoofers.
love
just
us,
saying.
man. You got to come see us.
I do. Well, book a show.
It ain't
promoters.
up to me.
I want to see you too.
It's your band,
I-
man.
The jazz band
It
isn't
is,
going to be,
but-
it's a jazz band.
I'd love to see that.
I would love to.
Not
Believe
my
me.
band, it's ours.
When it happened, when by the way, with the holidays coming, if you want a lovely live jazz band to play your show, please hit up dirtymartinislv.com. I'm the singer.
You do realize that if we come,
Yes.
we're bringing alcohol.
It'll be there.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Just warning you.
Next question.
It's okay.
Are you out?
What happens is if the alcohol starts hitting, you're just like, Dean Martin songs, let's go. Which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, Dean Martin, towards the end of his career, wasn't drinking alcohol. He did the Bruce Wayne bit where he's drinking ginger ale and he's faking it. Because he's like,
Wow.
yeah, he just reached the point where he's like, you know what?
That sounds like my
Holy shit.
glass.
Mikey?
Thank you.
By the way, thank you for bringing your cooler of Miller Lite.
You bet.
Because I normally have a bunch of these in like ready to go, but for whatever reason I didn't. I got bottles, but they fancy. They got their Miller Lights. They don't want no Coronas or Tecate.
You better head
It's
to the
starting
Mikey.
to fall.
Hey, nice head.
I love
That's
Corona
what she
Light.
said. That's what I
You got
said.
hosed.
That's one of my
The
favorites.
three of them. Hold up your glasses. He got hosed, man.
No, his is out wider.
No.
What are you drinking? What's going on here?
Mine's for the height. Just saying.
Yes. Yeah. You know what?
You
It
know
is-
Dude, what's with you?
You know that-
You know what?
Whoa,
It is
help you.
proportional.
Whoa, time out. Whoa, time out.
What?
Lightweight?
What?
Dude, really?
He's the host of the show.
I'm the host.
Wait,
You-
what-
I don't have any
Stifle
more. I
Edith.
drained the bottle.
What's the drink of choice?
Shut up,
Bourbon.
you.
I don't have any more. I don't have any more bourbon. This is it. This is the last bourbon in the house. Believe me. But it's okay because we're on. We have two more questions.
I had your back, man.
I know, I
was just
appreciate
saying.
it.
The Jeff
But
Blunder
hey,
band.
Jeff Blunder Band, yes.
Yeah, wait.
Jeff.
The Jeff
saying.
Bourbon Band.
So from the highs of dream gear to the lows of losing gear. Anybody lose gear ever?
Yes.
You must have. The amount of time you got combined.
Lost chords, never lost.
Well, singers never lose gear. Yeah.
Well, no.
Oh, wait,
I've
no,
always
you
been
play
a rhythm
guitar too,
guitar
so
player,
yeah.
singer.
I've
No,
lost gear myself.
Let me tell you something. Here's a story for you.
What happened was.
What happened was, I got diagnosed in 2001 with Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. Sorry, and they operated on me. I died on the operating table
Shit.
for almost 3
Second
minutes,
chances.
and
I'm telling you.
they brought me back. We used to work at MGM. They would rather send money to the 9/11 victims than take care of their own. So they ended up cutting my hours, and I lost my benefits. So naturally, I had to sell one of my guitars at the time. Two of my guitars. One was for Cobra Insurance, which they charge you $600 a month for.
Cobra Insurance is never.
Which was my Firebird. I had a Firebird, a Gibson Firebird.
wow.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
can
for the
I had to
record,
sell it.
not anymore because now Obamacare would be triple that. Just saying.
Well, whatever. Neither here. Please cut that out. Anyway, no politics.
Thank you.
We
What's he going to say anything?
I didn't do nothing.
I had to sell my custom Legend Ovation because my grandfather died, and I had to pay for a plane ticket to go back to his funeral. So those two guitars, I wish I had back. You know. It is what it
Yep.
is.
But you haven't lost any, like just left them at a gig or.
No.
Yeah, you all seem like professionals. You've been doing this a long time.
So you're talking about like theft?
No, I'm talking
not like
like
what he's saying. Like
I'm talking like
I was hard
personally,
times. Sorry.
I personally, faithful fans will know. I had. You ever hear of Teisco guitars?
I have, actually.
I had a 65 Del Rey. It was green, which apparently was like the rare color.
That
red.
is rare.
And it had a mirror pick guard, but the
It had
mirror
like all those buttons on it and shit.
Wait, every single Teisco back in the this is sold by Woolworths.
Didn't the Doors play that shit?
I don't know. Maybe. What? It was like I was there.
Right.
Okay, Teisco, Teisco, was a brand. It was Japanese mostly, but if you could get your parents in the 60s, if you could convince them to let me play electric guitar in the house, Teisco was one of the 3 brands that Woolworths sold, which you could buy. And this was a 65.
Woolworths, that's a name that's no longer
This
there.
was a 65 Del Rey. And I remember I worked at a pawn shop at the time, and I opened up the case because it was going to go out for sale. I said, "What is that?" And it was engineering is the word that comes to mind. Because think about this: it had a mirror pick guard, but the mirror was like textured smooth. So it was stripes.
Oh, that's cool.
Right away, you're like, "Wow!" And it was green. Like, wow! It was a zero nut, which I'd never seen before, and I had to look up. Actually, no, I had to ask. I think Dr. Bob. I had to ask a guitar guy like. I don't know what to do with this. Can you set it up, please? Because it's missing the fret at the end. He's like, no, it's a zero nut. I'm like, what's that? And the bridge, huge spring, and a whammy bar that started like this and ended up like this. So like when you whammy, it's wow, wow, wow. Yeah. And
like
but the whole thing moves and you see gears. There's gears and shit. And I'm just looking going like, what is that? Hey, boss, how much? How much are you putting this out for? And...
For you,
it was
double.
It was the right. It was the heaviest guitar I'd ever had on at the time because I've always had Strat body style, regardless of whether it was Strat or Silvertone or whatever. That's my jam. I don't care for the SGs. I don't care for the Les Gibson or the Les Pauls.
I'm out of here.
I know.
I'm sorry.
6 times on the show so far. He's been out here, but it's just the way when I'm playing them, I always feel like I can't lean into it.
Thing,
It totally is feel.
And I would love the certain sounds, like certain. I never got into the switching out pickups and things like that, but I should have. But I had this guitar, and I was like, "Oh, I love this!" And that was the sound of the Suspense for over a year. Like the album, the demo we did, that was the song, or that was the guitar, just like Foo Fighters. That blue. It's not a Gretsch. What is that he plays? But that blue guitar he plays, just like that's his. That
Hernandez or something?
Yeah, every song recorded by the Foo Fighters, he's done on that particular guitar. But when they play live, he has other guitars because, tunings and stuff. Yeah,
right.
He's Dave Grohl. But I had this, and one day we did a Battle of the Bands, which is never a good idea, I know, at Hooters Casino, which is never. And we're packing up. And for whatever reason, I left it in the parking lot next to the van. Get in the van and we leave.
Oh, no.
By the time I get home, I just did that, didn't I? And of course, go back. It's not there. Talk to them.
I lost a $100 bill that way.
Yeah, nobody turned it in. I didn't bother with the pawn shops because I know what price I paid for it. I'm like, whatever. But man, I miss it. I currently have, you'll see up in room 6, there is one that looks like a Teisco. I didn't look at the specs. And it's the length of like a Squire Strat bullet. So it's like, ding, ding, ding. But it is what it is. That's my lost gear story. You ever lose gear? Where you're like, I lost it, I forgot it, or somebody stole it, or
Robbie had our original demos stolen out of his Marshall.
My actual my storage unit was broken into.
Oh, suck!
And they took
thieves.
They took not only the reels, but the backup.
He had a Marshall head that got stolen on that too.
It was a 50-watt Master Mark II.
We used to have 3 Marshall heads stacked with 3 Marshall cabinets.
And but
because it looked cool.
Okay. Honesty, I like that. Yes. I can imagine stacking the cabinets, but I'm like, why stack them?
Because one was mine, 2 were his.
The one that I still have
you had stacked
actually sounded better live, but the other one tracked better. It's just it was a 50-watt master lead. Sounded great, especially through the 25-watt greenback cabinets. But it wasn't that bothered me. It was the fact that they took a lot of my memorabilia plus the backup.
Oh,
not only the reels, but the backup drives. So none of us can remix or remaster any of the old stuff.
Yeah.
It meant nothing to them. It meant something to us.
Right.
And
it was just a shit.
It's kind of like that.
It's just because they just don't know. And I had an Ibanez Destroyer 2, a blue one that was metallic blue that I never really played. But because of that V1 pickup that they had, it tracked rhythm-wise really. It was really cool because it was chunky, but it catched every single string and you really heard all the chord voicings.
It didn't distort.
And that was really
So it
cool.
sounded like you had put a lot of work into that particular tone when really it was the guitar.
Right, and a lot, and it's like I said, they took a lot of the backup drives. They took a lot of things. They took my comic book collection. My God, really?
Assholes.
I mean, really wrong. That's just
well, wait.
wrong.
Like how? What was the most valuable comic in there?
I
Superman #1.
I had Human Fly 1 through 10.
I didn't even know that was a comic, to be honest. So that must be really rare.
1 through 10. I
still have the Kiss comic book where they dump their blood.
For the record, so do I.
I've got
It's
it.
framed.
Dump their blood in it. I'm not buying. I'm sorry.
I don't have that because
No.
I have a life, and I don't
Right.
have that.
It's probably not real blood.
But the thing
I've got
is,
the Kiss. I've got the
a
Kiss
lot of
lunchbox.
for
It's
gear
not him, man.
for gear loss, a lot of it is you know what? That wasn't the tone that I really play now, or
It had its particular job.
That's not the point. You got ripped off.
but the point is
I got the blood cut, bro.
They stole my blood comic. How about any lost gear for you?
The only thing I've lost is I left a snare drum on the roof of my truck years ago.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Did you hear it as it slid?
I watched it in my rearview mirror on the freeway.
I'll bet I know what words you said. I'll bet I know what words you said.
Oh, you have no idea.
I don't
what kind of
know
words I
this
said.
story. I'm
Actually, the first one was probably.
devastated right now.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Hey, at
and
least
then
you didn't tell
and
me.
then I watched cars going like this,
Oh, shit.
and I was like, God,
I mean,
I hope
think
I don't
about
get
that.
pulled over.
I need to file an insurance claim. I ran over a snare drum.
Right.
That's awesome.
Oh god! And suddenly a stove. That's a whole other thing. Somebody
It
posted a
was,
picture online where there was like a truck or an SUV and a stove had just crushed the back, and I'd love to know the story behind that. But literally, just suddenly a stove.
That's just like that farmer's commercial.
Yeah,
We've seen a thing or two.
Yes.
But yeah, I watched it. For some reason, I'm driving on the freeway, and I remember going, and it seemed like at that moment, I looked in my rearview mirror, and I watched it, and then I watched it bounce,
I think that's the worst of that.
and then I watched cars behind me, and I was like, fuck. And then I thought, oh my God,
We have another one to the bathroom. Sorry.
it's 2 a.m. I've had a few beers.
Tissue, man. I
I hope I don't get pulled
You
over.
walked by a tissue.
But it
I'm
was,
right
turn
behind
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit
you. I shall
lonely.
return.
Turn around, Bright Eyes. So, all right.
It was-
This is for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Seriously though, that sucks balls, man.
It was an old Ludwig Black Beauty, just like what Bonham had.
Oh, Black Beauty, somebody's in the bathroom.
It was probably
here.
There's a light
it was probably an $800 snare.
No, the light's on.
back in those
So
days.
that-
the door shut.
Oh,
There
there
we
she
go.
is. Sorry.
Oh,
Boy, these lightweights can't hold their kidneys in, I guess. Anyway, so
So it was about an $800 snare back in those days.
Nikes, man. Well, that sucks. If you've ever lost gear, feel free to comment about your tale of woe. In the meantime, last question. You made it. Yay.
Sweet.
While Jeff is in the bathroom, you three, let's pretend we're talking to a new musician. Someone who really, and we're going to skip all the usual. Each of you give one maintenance tip about either yourself, but keep maintaining your own self or your instruments or whatever. But skip over the, obviously clean your strings, replace your strings, tune your drum heads, that kind of stuff. What is one maintenance tip that you would give to somebody starting out who's like, hey, man, how do I sound like you?
I got it.
Bring it.
Learn good technique. Don't worry about the speed. The speed will come.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about technique, and learn to play to a click track.
That is huge, actually, and nobody's said that before.
There's so many players that I've played with. They go, yeah, I can blow out a bunch of riffs. Dude, why don't you play on time? Play in the pocket.
Yep.
Again, kudos to these guys.
We
rehearse to a click track, just so you guys know.
We play live to a click track, too.
It's not a crutch. What it is you making sure you're giving the best product to the audience.
I kid you not. It will make you sound so much more solid, and you're going to play in the pocket so much better. It's not about blowing a million notes in a solo. Play in the pocket, be melodic, and play right to the song.
Right. You'll have your moments to sit there and, okay, now I'm going to show off what I can do for like 8 bars or whatever, and then go back.
Honestly, I think shorter bursts of shredding is a lot more tastier.
Mm-hmm.
If you do short bursts and create a melody that people can hum. I mean, again, our rhythm section,
More
my God,
tastier.
Yeah, we rehearse to a click track.
Especially cromulent word.
Yep.
Jumbo
And
shrimp.
it makes you
Now wait,
a lot
so
more
when you play
solid.
live, you play to a click track?
Yeah.
Yes,
we
we do.
Okay, I thought you meant just
Yes,
like
we do.
practicing.
No.
we
play
practice
live.
to
No,
a
we
click
practice
track.
and play live.
And we
Right
play
on.
live to a click
Yep.
because honestly, what we record, we want it to translate as close to the CD or as close to the recording as possible. Yeah, I know it scares me.
Just back, everybody.
But I mean, and a lot of that has to do with the tempo. And
Tempo can be the best of both, the best of the world or the worst of the world.
I know that sounds really harsh,
Mm-mm.
but honestly, the speed will come in your riffs. Play to a click track. Play on time.
Oh, wait,
man.
no, he's not empty. Sorry. No, it's,
Look, I got an empty beer can. This is awesome.
no, you, there's still some in there.
Oh.
Top it up. What? Oh, he's sharing.
He's empty.
It's true. I wish
I'm just trying to share.
So we're talking basically, pretend you're talking to a new musician,
Okay.
someone new to singing or to playing, and you're giving them one maintenance tip, whether it's about themselves or about their instrument, and we're not bothering with change your strings and clean your strings and
Tune your drums or
yeah, none of that. That's a given. You need to do that. But he was talking about play to a click track.
Absolutely.
And that's the first time anybody's ever said that. Not just rehearse to a click track, play to a click track.
I kid you not.
Yeah.
Rehearsals, we have a click running because we want to make sure that we're tight.
Yep.
We have our tempos down. When you're writing songs, the biggest problem that a lot of bands have is they write everything in the same key and all their tempos are identical. Dude, really?
Yeah, like don't be afraid to
That's why
try
we
something
split
new.
up our set.
Exactly. You can have an acoustic set. You can have a drop set. You can have whatever you want, but you gotta have some sort of something consistent. And there are so many great metronomes out there online. You don't even have to pay for. My daughter and I are taking drum lessons. I got a metronome app for free that lets me do 5/4, 3/4, whatever, and I can do 1 beat, 2 beats, whatever per measure. It makes such a huge difference. It's worth the effort. You're not implementing a crutch. These are the kind of decisions that let you get to where you're playing the big shows and you're getting the record deals and all that. It translates to the audience as well. Like, wow, they're really tight. There's a reason. They're not just half-assing it.
Well, another thing I can add on vocals is write a song on an acoustic guitar because you can hear.
Yes.
If it sounds great on acoustic, you can translate that to electric. Now, when you do practice, don't
Amen.
be so loud that you can't hear the vocals.
Thank you.
You have to really...
When you play, don't be so loud you can't hear the vocals.
Right.
Vamped. That's one of the problems I had with when I saw many bands that vamped, where I'm like, you guys didn't realize what you're playing, where you're playing, because you're playing like you're playing some other place where they don't have kick drum and bass really heavy. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing like you work hard on your lyrics. You want people to hear them.
Well, not only that, but we work hard on melody and harmony. There's
we have 4 guys that can sing, so our harmony.
Robbie's the harmony guru. He's the Richie Sambora of the band.
Let me correct that.
Without the hype.
Jeff Lynne. I like Jeff Lynne. Okay, I'm a huge ELO fan. We go in the studio and go, we need this section that kind of sounds like this, and I go, what would Jeff Lynne do in a situation like this?
18-part harmony.
There we go. Exactly.
So what happens? Oh, that's where the operatic part happens.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna hire.
Okay, then
We're gonna hire him. He's gonna come and sing with us.
Okay,
there we go.
I actually have done 4 and 5 part madrigals, and
there we go.
I know my way around the harmonies.
We need to all talk like this because it's kind of piratey. You know what I'm saying?
I can sing the third down, but I really hate to.
You can sing the Alice in Chains harmony.
We're looking.
I can't.
We're looking for that, mate. So
right,
if you can do that, we can go with you.
Can you promise that I will be on tour 9 months out of the year?
How much?
No, I can't promise we can be on tour that much.
I work cheap. I want the individual single Kit Kats and all the scotch I can drink, but only single malt Highlands.
That's right.
Yep. And no green M&Ms.
No, I'm good at green M&Ms.
You know why that happened?
Saucy little thing.
I don't need the green M&Ms, mate.
No, I'm serious. You know why that happened?
Yes.
Do you know why the green M&M thing happened?
Yeah, it was a writer. They wanted to see if they were reading their writer.
Yep. That's it.
It's an old story. It's just like...
Dave, you got to give it to Dave, dude. It was his idea.
Have you seen that commercial where Alice Cooper was playing some, and the guy in charge of like getting his green room ready was like racing all over town getting all this black stuff, and Alice Cooper was like, "Whoa, why all the black?" Because it was his writer, and he forgot. Right. It's like, it's Alice Cooper. Yeah, black roses and black this and black that. Black M&Ms. What the fuck?
That's awesome.
Maintenance tips besides tuning your drums?
Yeah, maintenance tips. Practice to the kind of music that you're not used to playing to.
Yes, queen.
Ooh. Also,
good call.
Practice on kits that are not your own.
Absolutely.
Go to Guitar Center. I'm going to be here a few hours, just let you know.
Every time we rehearse, man, he's got a riot cymbal that's all fucked up.
It's like, we've got the back line for you. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be playing, and then a cymbal stand will fall apart or whatever.
That's the crash cymbal.
Yeah, every time.
Thank you.
Anyways, but yeah, just find crazy music that you've never played to before, and just play to it.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously play to a click. Practice to a click. Mm-hmm. Practice your drum fills to a click. What else?
Gorilla Snot.
That's a good one.
I usually use...
there seems to be...
I usually use skateboard tape.
Really?
Yes.
That makes so much sense.
And the reason, because A, it's not going to come off. B, it actually has a little bit of... it's not quite as dense as like moon gel.
I'm not familiar with moon gel.
Moon gel is like Gorilla Snot you put on your heads. With skateboard tape.
I can say so many things right now.
Right. But
class it up.
Skateboard tape, because it has, it's a textured surface, whatever, it just has a good...
Nice shot.
You can cut it in different sizes or shapes or whatever it is if you need to get a certain sound that you want. And
sorry,
it's okay.
Keep your drum kits out of the elements. I know a lot of people that keep their drums in the garage. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, I have a Marshall 410 stack and a Marshall Lead MOSFET 100 in the garage right now that they probably need some loving. I don't drink beer, dude.
He doesn't drink beer.
What happens? What happens with drum sets though?
Hold on, I got
is from especially here in Vegas or even in warmer climates, when it goes from warm to extreme cold. Like, it doesn't get extremely cold, but it gets in the 20s here. What happens is bass drum hoops, they'll actually crack and they'll separate.
DW, if you're listening out there, give Mikey an endorsement.
But yeah, it's, that's all I'd say. Practice the stuff you're not used to playing. Step out. There's a word. Step outside of your paradigm.
Ooh, yes.
If you're
Shift the paradigm.
if you're used to playing rock and stuff, go to jazz. Go to funk. Go to. The first band I was in Vegas, it was home cooking. We had 2 drummers.
Snow Soup.
First of all, great name. What style of music?
It was 70s funk. We had a 5-piece horn section. We had 2 drummers.
We played together a long time ago. I know we did.
Your
Yeah,
guitarist is a great bartender, by the way.
Jones.
Your guitarist is a great bartender, by the way.
But yeah,
Don't tell him that.
Thanks, Marvich.
Ouch!
Don't
Where's
tell him that.
Leon, man?
I know,
Ron,
right?
really?
Leon.
Anyway, you were saying. I'm sorry.
But yeah, but we did Old Tower Power. We did
Oh, it was all covers, pretty much?
Parliament. No, we had mostly originals.
Oh.
But
Keith
we also
Trombino? Or
Yeah.
what's that?
Is Keith Trombino with you?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
No.
Hey, Keith.
Canadian,
We
eh?
had actually
That's not.
Rob Nader was a sax player. He's now with Donnie Marie Osmond.
Ah, cool.
Is that Jim?
Of course. Mike's trying to
Tornado,
talk here.
he's there's a bunch
We
of
had that
there's a bunch
question
of
already.
guys.
We talked gear. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
But anyway, so I was a rock guy. I loved Motley Crue. I loved YNT. I loved all that shit.
Motley Crue.
And-
They had a lead singer, Vince Neil. He had kind of blonde, long hair, liked to wear sunglasses.
Are you really going to go there? I knew you.
Hey, did you
It's
guys-
okay. You know who really likes him is Guy Fieri.
You all right?
You ready for this? I get that 3 times a week, bro.
Dude.
In the grocery store, just saying.
Did you hear about what Steel Panther said about him?
Which one, Guy Fieri or Vince Neil?
Vince Neil.
Okay, because why would they be talking
Because
about Guy
Mickey's
Fieri?
all shitty with him right now, right? And he's like, dude,
Well,
just relax.
First of all, you're Steel Panther.
I know. Thank you.
Care like
Thank you.
Motley Crue does not care about you,
Thank you.
but Steel Panther, you are awesome.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Ralph,
Yes.
we love you.
And
Anyway,
I really loved that solo off between you and that kid. That was awesome.
so someone asked Ralph,
Mm.
I'm sorry, Michael Starr, who
Stage names, gotta love him.
Ouch.
This is why I eventually went with John.
Who he would bring back from, there was a dead celebrity who would bring back from Mulder, right? And he goes,
Oh no.
he said something to the effect, and don't quote me on this because I'm probably going to screw this up, but he said, Vince Neil from back in the day.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Vince
Mickey
Neil
got
from
all pissed off, and he was like, fuck him. I'm like, dude,
To be fair,
really?
I mean, come on, Vince. It's time. Just stop. Really.
We love you, Vince, but
We love you.
damn.
Get your money from Tatuado and
Just,
enjoy retirement because
right.
don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Ugh,
Come on.
Yeah.
whatever. It is what it is.
Although on the flip side,
yeah.
on the flip side, Dave Grohl is going to live forever.
Hey.
Yeah, we've all done. You've been guilty of that, right?
Oh.
Like, I need a
No,
break.
actually, I don't.
Sing with me.
No.
No?
Never once have I done that.
Really?
Not once.
Right on. Well, I mean,
Because nobody knows my songs anyway.
That's
Yet,
fair.
so-
I have been guilty of it not doing my original stuff. My original stuff, they don't know it. What are they going to do? Be
right?
like,
Sing to like,
yeah, that's fair.
you don't know it.
But I'm talking like karaoke or singing. You're doing covers, and you're like,
Totally.
I need a second to breathe. Born to be wild. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, especially doing covers.
Yeah. Corey, any maintenance tips out there for new musicians, new bass players?
I change my bass strings every other show, and as everybody knows, we spend a lot of money on bass strings as well as bass players.
I was surprised to find out the pricing of bass.
G&L Strings, giving them endorsement.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
You should
Gibson.
try upright string bass. Upright
know,
strings,
right?
man. Those things are $400 a set.
Wow.
Yeah, you're
I
like,
did not know that.
yeah. My bass player in my band is trying to get new strings. Even like new strings are like $300-400. You're just like, what?
Yeah, I mean it's
Shit's pricey.
Yeah,
I got to have new strings on my bass. I'm new bass strings. They sound awesome live when you're hitting them. Sound check, and they just, oh my god, there's something about it. But going back to what Mikey said, that's what I mentioned earlier. Go out. You have to go outside of your box and just listen to. everything that you're not really listening to. I love
Eddie Jackson.
I love like hard rock. I love Pantera. I love all that band. But I go back. I listen to Duran Duran.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with Duran.
I listen to the Bee Gees. I listen to Casey and the Sunshine Band. Why? The bass. Listen to the bass. If you want to learn how to play bass, maintain your bass, like all the sound. Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more because
and the whole click track thing is it all made us like better players.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, we didn't lose the camera. We lost the flash.
I couldn't agree with you more because
it's draining battery faster.
you listen to songs from the 70s and that's one of the cool, like the Police.
See, there's a guy. I love the Police.
Mm-hmm.
The Police never get brought up in like conversations like this ever.
Bobby Dahl.
Please, not in the Police.
I'm kidding.
Bobby Dahl needs to listen to Police. Just kidding. But anyway,
Don't worry, he's not going to watch this.
no, you have to go outside your box. You can't.
He's got a hot dog stand in Florida somewhere, from what I understand.
Corey's totally right, because a lot of the studio work that I would get back in LA was not because I was a great player, because I could play to a click track.
It's all about like
I
playing.
could sing harmony.
Consistency.
Maintenance, maintenance tips. It's like I don't have any maintenance tips other than get a click track.
Yeah, and clean your room and do your laundry.
And sit up right and eat your vegetables and drink your milk. Yeah. Suck in that chest. Stick out that gut. Anyway.
Ouch, really?
Guys, I want to thank you for coming by. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for watching. Stick around. We're going to have them in front of the guitar wall up in room 6. And, let's check out the Jeff Carlson Band. Cheers! Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
Cheers,
Cheers.
Clink. Clink, 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 clink.
Clink.